when you go into the God cipher years, you know, the gods that came out of that the section, myself, Divine Prince, what's the god right there? The old card right there. Playing cards.
YG.
Najee. You know, a few of us that came out in the 70s.
You got it in God cipher.
He got it in God knowledge, I think.
Najee.
Najee, he got it in
I know he got it later.
God cipher.
God cipher.
Yeah. God, Divine Prince, I think, got it in God knowledge. All of us came in that same God cipher era. You know,
that was said to be one of the a rough time. The God cipher.
It was. It was
really a real dark time
because,
too.
And I came home in God wisdom. I never forget. I was living in Pelon. I came originally from Mecca, but my old earth moved to Pelon when I did my first state bid. So when I came home, I went to Pelon. And when I walked outside, I had my flag on, and it was guards in front of my building. These were firstborn Muslims. I didn't know this because they had flags on. So when I started building with them, I started building with them, I started seeing the difference in our mathematics because they would quote lessons, but not as fluent as we would. And then they would talk about, you know, how you know how green the grass is, or how fast does an ant heartbeat. So I'm like, wait a minute. But the guards had already informed me about these dudes called firstborn Muslims. So when I left there and went to the other side of town where the guard, Allah reality, his name was Black Seed at the time, Rubar, that be at the school. I was around all those, Jamar. I was around all those older guards that came in the 60s. No. Jamar that used to be at the school. Okay. Now let's see.
Okay, right. Yeah.
From the 60s.
Because he was when he qualified, but then he went to prison.
Yeah.
I think he went
did
to prison
all them years.
And he came back, right?
He came out, So I come up with all those type of guards that came out in the 60s. So by me being around them, I was already rooted in my foundation. But so when I run into these guys, who I never met before, the firstborn Muslim, I start building with them, thinking that, these some new guards. I just building when I started seeing how they was a little different than how we built. And they was always told, stay as long as you rooted in your 120 and you start building from your 120, that anybody, I don't care who it is or who come in your midst, that your 120 is your foundation, that's your strength. And as long as you build on your strength, then anybody that come with nonsense, and whatever they talking about, if it can't relate back to 120, then it don't exist. Right. So you dispel all that just by standing within the realm of 120. And I did that. So when I got around Rubar and Jamal and all those older guards, Black Seed, who's now large reality, all those guards, you know, I got a little better with my understanding because I was around them now. So now when we did see the firstborn Muslim, we used to chase those guys, chase them from amongst us. Across Katona Park, you know where Katona Park is?
Yeah.
They used to be in that area over there. So we used to chase them back over to Vice Avenue in that area. So I met a lot of them, Allah's son, Emin-Allah.
So you saying they used to from Katona Park to like Vice Avenue, you chase them like Vice Avenue?
Yeah.
And I know that area. I'm just picturing in my mind when you
that's like
building on
being on this side, chasing
right there,
across.
I know exactly right.
All the way back that way.
Like across the L, the train.
Yeah, because we was on 3rd Avenue.
Right.
We was on 3rd Avenue, 171st, and we was chasing them back to Vice and 173rd. That's the area they was in. A lot of them was in. So, you know, I got to meet all of them. But and when I look at that in this day and time, I look at who we see now as these Muslim gods. Same concept. They have the same concept. They try to take our lessons, say that they 5% of what they call themselves Muslim gods. So that took me back to the history of dealing with firstborn Muslims. Right. Here you got another group of people that's coming up after us, taking the same lessons that we got and trying to give birth to their own mindset, saying that they the 5% talk, but they call themselves Muslim gods. Because they use the 5% term coming out of the knowledge equality degree. Who are the 5%? Right. Also Muslim sons. Right. So this is where they're getting their understanding from. But the only one that can actually give birth to this nation is us. So we're the ones that got it infirmity from the root.
If Mecca did this.